in your life, your business, your career, and definitely in your job search. I'm super excited to be with you today. My name is Trevor Houston. I am the executive producer and the host of the Who You Know show. And today's episode is episode 317. Yes, that's right, 317. And it is titled hashtag blessed. Okay, hashtag blessed. So if you're tuning in with me right now, make sure to go ahead and put hashtag blessed in the comments section. If you are watching this online, would love to hear from you. But let me kind of explain and frame up the reason for hashtag blessed. What an amazing day today is, right? Super grateful for today, super grateful to be with you, super grateful to be able to talk to my audience and communicate in this space. But I want to really talk to you about some other reasons why I'm hashtag blessed. Okay. The other day, was a few days ago, I did an episode and I did it almost like fighting back tears, right? I did it emotionally charged episode, if you will. Okay. I was going through some emotions. I had a really bad day. Right. And so I did this episode like in the middle of my emotions. I was like, I'm just going to get on here. We're going to do a live stream and just see how it goes. And you may have noticed that my energy was off. My voice was a little cracked, spoken very softly, right? Very soft spoken. And those of you that watched me online, you probably even saw a few tears. Like I was fighting back tears the whole time. And some people may have thought, like, why would I do that? I'm sure there was people out there thinking that, like, what is going on here? Why is he hopping online and doing this live stream like that? So why did I do that? And I really did some reflection and some thought on this. And there's really four main reasons why I did that. Why did I hop on and do an emotionally charged episode? Because I was going through the thick of it, y'all. I was in my emotions. And so my number one reason for this was authenticity. Okay, authenticity. You know, we often see people post things online. It's like their highlight reel. Okay, they're only putting the best versions of themselves out there. They're only putting the wins, the accomplishments, the awards that they win and things like that. They're only putting this highlight reel out there, and it's almost creating a fake environment. Like it's creating a lot of issues that I see in our society where, shoot, it can almost be depressing when you look online, right? If all you see is all this positive stuff, it's not relatable, right? Because life isn't perfect, right? And so you see these highlight reels of these people who are doing amazing things, and you start to get FOMO, right? You start to get that, fear of missing out, and my life is not that great and all that kind of stuff. Like if you look on Instagram, it's really bad. So I'm guilty of it myself, y'all. I want to tell you right now, I'm guilty of it myself. It always feels good to post your accomplishments and to post the good things and the highlights. It doesn't feel so good to post the dark times, the dark days, right? The real, right? I was going through a mess. I had a real day just like everyone has. And so I thought, you know what? Authenticity. Let me just get out in front of the camera. Number two, release. Okay. I needed a release. I needed to get some things off my chest. I needed to get it out of my system. I was at a breaking point with my emotions. I was bubbling up. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And, I got to tell you, so I just found out Today, actually, that person I grew up with, um, I'm not super close to him anymore. In high school, things kind of separated, but uh, knew this kid since like kindergarten. All right, just found out, he committed suicide, and I've had close family members, or not. No, I'm sorry, I've had close friends who have committed suicide, and I've had family members who have not who have not been successful, but about every holiday, it seems like I'm in the hospital with my own family members. So it's something that hits close to me. And one of the things I know about mental health awareness and suicide and all of these things is it is super important to get it out. You got to get it out. Silence is the real killer. Silence is the thing that keeps you from getting help and keeps you from getting that release and getting it out there. So many people will never let you know what's really going on in their world, right? Behind closed doors. What does it really look like? We talked about the highlight reel, but what does it really look like behind the scenes? Most people won't let you into that. So it's important. Make sure you're being kind to each other, regardless of what's going on. Like, be kind, because you never know what someone's going through. They may not actually show you. It may look like all smiles on the outside, but on the inside, they may be dying. Right? They may be hurting really bad. So that was number 2. I needed a release. I needed to get it out of my system. Right? Number 3 was fear. Okay, fear. When I initially had the thought to go live in the moment, I was like, I want to talk to my audience. I need to get this out. It scared me immediately. I was like, I started to set up my restream and I started to put it together. And then I was like, no, I probably shouldn't do that. And then I started to get fear. And I was like, okay, well, hold on. Why am I feeling fear to tell people what I'm feeling? Why does that scare me? All right. Well, I was afraid of what people would think about me. All right. The fear of other people's opinions about me. I was like, what? I was afraid. What are they going to think about me if I put this out there and I tell people how I'm feeling and if I'm being vulnerable, right? And then I remembered to myself, I said, you know what? Wait a minute. Fear is false evidence appearing real. This isn't real, right? And I knew right then in that moment I had to. Like, I made a commitment to myself a long time ago that if something scares me, right? If something really scares me, that I got to do it. Like, I just have to, because I can't let the enemy hold me back from who I'm called to be. I can't let the enemy hold me back from serving people and helping people. And I knew that message could help someone, right? So I had to do it. And I got to tell you that anytime I post content like this, it tends to do pretty well. It tends to go pretty viral with support. And that brings me to number 4, which is support, right? Number 4, the reason why I did this is support. In the moment, my cup was pretty empty. I was having a hard day. I was having a rough day. I needed to be refilled. Okay. I was empty. And I got to tell you, I needed to feel the love and the energy from the community. And man, the community showed up for sure. The community showed up. I want to say I'm super, super, super grateful for the outcry of phone calls, text messages, DMs, emails. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It was, whew, man, I got to tell you, it was amazing. Like, what a blessing. Hence the name of this episode being hashtag blessed. Hashtag blessed, right? I'm super, super, super grateful for the outcry of support. I mean, I got phone calls, emails, DMs, text messages, you name it. It was coming from all over the place. So I'm super grateful for that. And you guys know that I teach content strategy to my community. I teach content strategy. I teach people, how to become visible, how to get out of the black hole, get noticed for you job seekers. I teach you how to get seen online. And one of those strategies is about posting emotionally charged content. Now, I want to talk about that because this is kind of a little bit controversial. Okay, it's a little bit controversial. Not a lot of people will do this. But I got a lesson. Okay, I want to go over the lesson with you. There's really a few reasons, and if you are going to do this, a couple of things that you should note. Okay, if you're going to post emotionally charged content, okay, the first thing that you're going to notice is that it will perform well, right? What do they say? What's that old saying? Facts tell, emotions sell. Is that how they say it? Facts tell, emotions sell, something like that. People buy off emotions. Emotion is super powerful, right? Like think about. I'll tell you for myself. Normally, when I'm scrolling in news feeds, I'm not usually going to stop unless it's something that's grabbing me emotionally. And so, emotionally charged content will typically be your highest performing content. And I'm noticing this a lot more here recently. I do believe that in the moments that you're feeling charged in some kind of way, some kind of emotion, whether it's you're on a high moment, right? I'm not just talking about doom and gloom. I'm talking about you could be celebrating a high, you could be having a low, you could be angry, you could be laughing, it could be something funny. Emotions, right? Whatever those emotions are, whenever it's supercharged, I think you need to pull that phone out. No matter what the emotion is, okay? Maybe it's fear, right? Pull that phone out, record it in the moment. How do you feel? How do you feel in the moment? Maybe get your pen and pad out, write something. For some people, they're not necessarily in front of the camera. Maybe their form of content is written, right? Maybe it's audio, right? There's lots of different forms of content, but get that content out. And one of the things that I will tell you is that you don't have to post it. Okay, you do not have to post this content. That's what's the most important thing. Matter of fact, I would probably encourage people who haven't done this before. I would encourage people to maybe sit on it for a day and see how you feel about it the next day. And if you still agree with it, if it still aligns with you, then you got to post it. You have to, right? Because it will be super, like, it's going to perform well, and it most likely is going to help someone, right? It's most likely going to help someone because they'll be able to relate to you. It'll show them that, if you can do it, they can do it, that type of thing. So I would say that the next day after you're done, kind of calming down in your emotions, if you still align with it, go ahead and post it. I would caution you against live, okay? Doing it live like I did, okay? So I did this live the other day, and I would caution you against that simply because when you're charged in the moment and you do it live, you can't get it back. It's not something you can pull back, right? How many times have you, in the moment, right then and there, you've been emotionally charged and you think about it later and you're like, oh, you calm down and you're like, that's stupid. Right? You're like, oh, I shouldn't have felt that way, or I shouldn't have said that. Once those words are out there in the universe, you can't get them back. So I would caution against live. Now, I did it live the other day, but I am trained in live. I've been live streaming now for over 4 years, 4.5 years almost. I am trained in live. I've been doing this for a long time. So I felt like, what the heck? I got this, right? I know there's a limit on what you should and what you should not say, even when you're emotionally charged, right? I know where the line is, right? I know where the line is, and I'm not going to get out here and do something crazy. No matter how charged I am, I'm not going to put myself at risk from my own emotions. So I would say, though, I caution you against live if you are not trained in live, because you may regret it later. Okay. So those are a couple of tips when it comes to emotionally charged content. Now, again, the reason why I'm saying this is because um, it is oftentimes some of the most highest performing, because people are triggered off of emotion. They can feel you. They can relate to you so much better when you're being real and authentic. We see too much polished stuff online these days. There's just way too much of it, right? So those are just a couple of lessons. Now, looking back, right? Looking back at what I did the other day, I realize now, right? Now that I've calmed down a little bit, that in the moment, and in reality as well, it's a big deal. What was happening in my world was a really big deal for me. Okay. It's a really, really, really big deal for me. I've been fighting a battle for years. I lost the battle. I was crushed. Okay. It was a big deal for me, and I was emotional. But in perspective, such a small issue, such a small, such a small thing that, like, what am I complaining about? That's why I want to call this episode #blessed, because look, stop complaining, start praising. Stop complaining, start praising. I'm super grateful for everything, my entire community, and I got so much going on. I'm gonna talk about in just a second. So I'm super, super blessed in so many ways. So in the grand scheme of things, what am I complaining about? What am I complaining about, right? Now, again, though, in the moment, big, big, big issue, big failure, big letdown, kicking the you know what. I was hurting. And it's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to feel devastated. It's okay to have these. These are human emotions. It's totally okay to feel. And that's really the point, that you never know what people are going through. And even something small can seem like a mountain to someone. It can seem like hopeless to someone in that moment. And so it's super important. Make sure you're being kind to each other, because you don't know what someone's going through, and you don't know how they're going to react. Okay. You don't know how people are going to react. And again, this is Mental Health Awareness Month. And listen, this is, it's happening. Like, people, especially since the pandemic and things like that, like, suicide rates went up a ton, and people are hurting right now. I really feel that way. People are hurting. And listen, my issue was not even like that. Okay. But the reason I say this is because you don't know what someone's going through, and you don't know how small something is impacting someone on the inside. Right. So just want to put that out there. Make sure you're being kind to each other. Now, again, I am super, super grateful. I'm blessed because I get the opportunity now to change a lot of things. Now that the dust has settled, now that things have calmed down, right? I get the opportunity to change. And so I'm reinventing. I'm switching things up. I've been in what I call the lab. I'm back in the lab with my pen and my pad, and I'm making things happen. Okay. I'm putting things together. You're not going to stop me. Okay. I am a force that cannot be stopped. You're not going to stop me. Right. So, and I got so much support from my community. It's like you just can't, like, it's not going to happen. So I'm a very, very creative person. I'm super, super creative. Like, yeah. So I get to reinvent. I get to change. I get to adapt. I get to make, like, how cool is that? So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for, the community that, again, poured out their love, calls, text messages, voicemails, DMs. Everybody was super, super, super supportive and just came out and showed up. That's all I got to say. Y'all showed up. So, as a matter of fact, I am dedicating this episode. This is dedicated to my audience. This is dedicated to each and every one of you. You know who you are. You know who you are. If you called, you text, you emailed, you voicemail, right? You know who you are. And I'm dedicating this show to you. I'm forever grateful. Really, really, really. I wasn't able to respond to all the comments on that one post. I posted this thing out and it got so many comments. Wasn't able to respond to all of them. Oh my gosh. That's why I had to make this. I had to come out and let you guys know how grateful I am. And so yeah, that's my lesson. Looking back, is that it's just a blip on the radar. Like, you're not gonna stop me. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep moving forward. I'm blessed. Things are great, and I can't wait. I'm excited. Like, I'm in a whole new mindset, mindset right now. And it's just amazing. Matter of fact, we've got some amazing things coming that I'm pumped and excited about. I've been organizing some events that I want to let the audience know about as well. So June 8th is the next Backstage Pass live studio audience show. For those of you who know, we've been experimenting with a live studio audience and kind of bringing people in because we like the in-person. We love to hug on some necks and love on our folks. And so, yeah, our next event is going to be June 8th. And I'm still finalizing a couple of pieces. So I'm going to get those invitations out very, very soon. So if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, please reach out to me on LinkedIn if you would like to attend, or you can just put hashtag backstage, put hashtag backstage in the comments if you're watching this online. So you can go ahead and do that. And if you're in Dallas, I will send you an invitation very, very soon as I get all of that put together. And I would love to see you in person. Hopefully, by that show, by the time we do that show, we're going to be in an all new studio. Okay. So there's been some changes going on. We're staying with Real News PR. They are amazing. Real News Public Relations here in Dallas. They do a phenomenal job putting together just an amazing production. And they are actually moving studios, relocating to a bigger, better studio. Can you believe it? It's going to be even better. Again, hashtag blessed, right? Like, it's getting better. Things are growing. We're going to have the opportunity to have, I'm being told, anywhere between 70 to 80 people in the live audience. How cool is that? Like the studio, the name of the studio is Oprah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we get to have people in there. It's just going to be awesome. We're going to be dropping mics and shooting the money guns and having a bunch of fun. And I can't wait. In person. Right. So I'm going to send those invitations out shortly. Now, I was hoping to be able to organize the in-person live career transition summit conference. That's something I've been working on. My community knows I've been working on this. Um, you know, the pandemic shut down, the in-person thing. We used to do live in person at the Cowboys Club, and it was just amazing. I just love speaking life into people and watching those light bulbs click back on and watching the hope come back into their body and spirit and mind, and watching them come back to life like dry bones come back to life. I love watching that. I love doing that. It's something. It's part of my calling and mission is to speak life into other people. And the pandemic shut that down. Obviously, we did it for a couple years at the Cowboys Club, and it was amazing. Well, I'm excited because, hey, things are opening back up and all of that. And we're going to be doing it. And I've been organizing and really trying to bring something that's even better, even better. It's going to be an all day conference. And it's going to start actually with our show in the front. So those who come to the conference are going to get the backstage pass. Right. So you're going to get that backstage pass. You're going to be able to watch the show and get that entertainment and get the motivation, education, inspiration from the show, followed up by the all-day conference workshops, keynote speakers. I'm bringing in some of the world's top speakers. I'm bringing them, right? Some of these people that are world changers that we've had on our show, I'm bringing them. We're going to bring entertainment. I can't 100% say this. I'm 99.9%. I'm in conversation right now with a man, Coffee Anderson. I don't know if you guys know him. Country music singer, phenomenal country music singer. Like, y'all need to go look him up. Hopefully we'll be having him come join us very, very soon. This guy's a world changer. He is just crushing it. And, is awesome. Just really, really amazing. I got to see him here recently perform, and I got to see him do a keynote speech, and he was by far the best keynote speech, I'm not even kidding you, that I've ever seen. It was amazing. So I'm excited if I can get this guy to come deliver at the summit, at the Career Transition Summit. You guys, you're in for a treat. I got to tell you, he's not only funny, entertaining, because he's a musician. He's going to lift you up. He's going to speak to your spirit. He's going to pump you up. Like, it's all of it in one. All right. He's all of it in one. So super excited about Coffee Anderson. Hopefully we can get him booked very, very soon. But guys, yeah, #blessed. I'm super pumped and excited about the future. We got big things coming. And I want to, again, dedicate this episode to the audience, to each and every one of you. Right. And I want to see what you are grateful for. Right. What are you grateful for? What are the things in your world that you're grateful for? All right. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. So quick, I want to give some shout outs here. I see Jason Hopper. He's here with us. He says, #blessed. I see Lisa Parker. Good to see you. Jacqueline Watkins. Good to see you. David Mundy, my man. Good to see you. Hopefully you are doing well. We got Neil Anson in the house, my man. We got Mez. What's up? We got Kat Alexander. Good to see you. William McLaughlin. How are you? Guys, I just love you so much. Thank you so much for all the support. Again, I see Jason Hopper says, I'm grateful to be alive. 100%. Jason, I'm glad you brought that up. I was watching it was a post, and it was really simple, actually. The guy asked this kid, he said, hey, if I gave you $10 million, how happy would that make you? $10 million. And the guy was like, oh, super happy. I mean, $10 million. He's like, how like excited would you be if I gave you $10 million? The guy was just like so excited. He said, okay, well, what if I told you I was going to give you $10 million, but you're going to die the next day? You won't wake up tomorrow. How excited are you? He's like, no, I'm not excited. He said, so what you're saying is waking up, being alive, waking up is worth more than $10 million? Then why don't you feel that way? Why don't you feel every time you wake up like you've got $10 million? Like, like you just said, if you had $10 million, you'd be super excited and happy and ecstatic, right? Why don't you feel that way every day when you wake up? So I want to just say, Jason, I love that. Grateful to be alive. Lisa says, grateful for family and friends. Amen. Amen. Family and friends. I'm getting some notes in here from some comments. Says thank you for your authenticity. I appreciate it. I see. I'm grateful for freedom. Ooh, William, love that, my friend, William. Yes, freedom. What was it? Braveheart. Freedom. Yeah, I can't quite do it like Mel Gibson, but that is good, man. Freedom. Yes. Like I said, I think back about what I was complaining about, and it's so small in comparison to like some people don't have freedom, right? Like literally, we have freedom. I'm so grateful. Again, why am I complaining? Like there's this thing. Stop complaining, start praising. Okay. Meaning the way you combat all of that negativity is with praise and gratitude, right? Praise and gratitude. So grateful for freedom. All right, what else are you guys grateful for? Let's see. Jason Hopper, what do you see here? Let's see this comment. He says, some days I break it down to basic. Thankful I can hear, I can see, I still cannot smell, but I can walk. Jason, I can't smell either. I think we talked about this one point. Like I have no sense of smell because of my motorcycle accident. That is so interesting. I don't meet very many people that also cannot smell, right? Foster Williams in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Foster, man, I really just appreciate and love you. So y'all, Foster was worried. Foster called me a couple of times. He was relentless. He's like, let me just tell you, I just love you, Foster. Thank you. Like he was relentless. He reached out multiple times to see if I was okay and to check in on me. Right? You need people like that in your corner, y'all. You need that because in all transparency, again, look, when you're going through it, sometimes, right? Sometimes you don't immediately want to respond right away, especially when you got a flood of those coming in like that. But you need sometimes, you know what? Reach out again. Shoot, let them know. Don't just hit them up once, hit them up 2, 3, 4 times. Let them know, like, yo, hey, I'm here for you. What's going on? Right? Because you just don't ever know. Right. And so I appreciate that. I really, really, really do appreciate that, Foster. Thank you. What else are you guys grateful for around here? Let's see. I got Laura. Laura, good to see you here. She says, grateful to be living in the USA. Absolutely. United States. Right? Grateful to be living in the United States. 100%. Greatest country in the world. And I got David Mundy the third. He says, I'm grateful that my first brain surgery went well. Wow. Please pray that the second surgery goes well. God bless you, brother. I hope you know I'm here for you. David, man, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Like, man, I remember your first surgery. I remember I remember how scared you were. I remember how everything it was, man, you were having some hard times, right? And yeah, but you overcame that one. You overcame that one, and you're gonna overcome this one. And you do have all of our prayers and support, the whole community, man. Um, you have a community. That's what I want you to know. You have a community. Yeah, shout out to David. Yeah, see, look, Hope remembers. Like we remember, and it just puts things into perspective as well. It puts things into perspective when you think, man, you're having a bad day, right? Shoot, man, David, I can't even imagine. Like I really cannot imagine, David, what you have gone through. I can't. Like I, it's got to be scary, brother. And just know that we are all here for you. We're cheering for you. We're praying for you. We love you, and you're gonna make it through like you did the first one, right? You're gonna make it through because I know you, man. You are a soldier. You are a champ. You are a warrior, like for real. That's what you are. Like I know David Mundy. He's a champ, and the enemy ain't gonna win this one. Okay. And you know what you're going to have? You're going to have a story of triumph that you're going to be able to share with others. And you better share it with others. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. You better share it with others because that's a triumph, my friend. And that story is going to help people, when they hear it, when they hear that victory, when they hear that story, that triumph, they go, man, if he can do it, I can do it. Right? It gives people hope. Okay. It gives people hope. So I want you to know, David, you got a lot of you got big shoes to fill, my friend, because you're gonna get through this. And then you got purpose that you got to go lean into. Okay. You got to go help some people out there. You got big shoes to fill, my friend. So, all right. Let's see who else do we got here. And yes, I love you too, brother. I love you too. Yeah, you look at the whole comments right now. All that support for you. Yeah, they Hope says, tell us about your triumph. For sure. Tell us about that story. What else do you guys grateful for? I want to hear it. I want to hear it. What are you grateful for? Tell me in the comments right now. I want to hear it. Right? It is hard to be stuck in the stinking thinking. Okay. When you're in that stinking thinking, it's hard to be in that when you are grateful. That is, and you know what? You know what that is too, guys? I'm going to talk to you just a little bit, real quick. Okay. They say the opposite. You've heard people say the faith is the opposite of fear, right? You've heard that, right? Faith is the opposite of fear. Okay. Well, what is being grateful? Being grateful in the midst of trials and tribulation. Think about it for a second. When you're grateful, even when it doesn't feel right, when you're grateful, even when you can see the storm, when you're grateful, when you're getting punched in the face, when life is literally punching you in the face, that is faith. That is faith. And it's the opposite of fear. It's how you combat the enemy. Because remember, the enemy is not real. I mean, he's real, but what he's telling you isn't. It's false evidence appearing real. It's a lie. The enemy came here to lie, kill, and destroy. It's a big old lie. So faith is the opposite of fear, and being grateful is exactly that. Being grateful in the midst of a storm is faith. If you ask me, that's just my opinion. So let's see. We got Lisa says, grateful for your health. Absolutely. 100%. I love that. Me too. I'm grateful for my health, and I think it's something that I've recently been doing is trying to take a little bit better care of my health. Trying to get to a consistent rhythm of that. You know what I mean? A consistent rhythm of going to the gym and taking some time for myself, um, mind, body, and spirit. Right? It's all of it. You got to take care of all of the health, your mind, your brain health too, right? Um, and I think that guys, we're under attack, right? You're under attack. This thing right here, man, you gotta be careful with these. These things right here will get to you because there's just so much negativity here, and there's just so much stuff that it attacks your mind. It can if you're not strong and you don't know how to control this. Don't let this control you. You got to control it. You got to put it down. Right? Got to put it down sometimes. So I love that. I love that you're grateful for your health, all your health, mind, body, and spirit. Shout out. We got Jennifer in the house. Jennifer Franco. Good to see you. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate each and every one of you for showing up, showing out. Again, this episode, #blessed, is dedicated to you. You're all amazing. For those of you listening on the podcast, come connect with me over on LinkedIn. I am at my capacity for LinkedIn connections. They only give you 30,000 of those things. Wish they would open that up a little bit. But sometimes I will do what I gotta do, make room. Sometimes I gotta disconnect, make room and stuff like that. But we'll make room where we need to make room, so that we can build the community up. And so if you're listening on the podcast, make sure you come do that. Come connect with us. Go to our summit if you're in a career transition. If you're looking for employment right now, come check out our Career Transition Summit. You can find the link up at the top in my bio, which real quick is a LinkedIn tip. If you are in content creator mode on LinkedIn, they do have a new feature which allows you to put a link up at the top near your bio, which is a really cool new feature. Just came out like a week or so ago. So I do encourage you to check that out. But come to our Career Transition Summit. That's where you're going to find the link at my LinkedIn bio. And we would love to serve you and help you get back to your cash flow. Love to support you in any way we can. But guys, thank you so much. Quick shout outs before we go. I see Kat, Mark Elder in the house, Jason Hopper, Lisa Parker, Hope Mengita, David, Monday the 3rd. We got Chuck in the house. Good to see you, Chuck. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. Have an amazing, amazing #blessed day. Go crush it. And we will talk to you soon. Bye.